Well, nice to get the win. I give, Washington a lot of credit. I think they just scrapped their way back right into the game and got extra possessions. And every offensive rebound we gave up, they scored on, and that really gave them a chance, to get back in. They had a big fourth quarter, 31 points in the fourth. Uh, so even though offensively we got pretty good shots in the fourth, we did not guard them as well as we'd like, and we didn't rebound as well as we like. And it's one of those things. To finish these games, we're gonna have to be good at both ends for the entire game. So that's what I got.
Hey, coach. Wanted to ask you about that last play. Alicia Gray kind of goes up. Seemed like she went straight up for, to defend Brittany Sykes. What did you see from your vantage point when they called that foul?
Um, I'm at a terrible angle. Like obviously, and I'm biased, but I wasn't expecting a call, but it happened, and now we got to hope that a really good player misses at least one, and fortunately, she did.
Coach, Ernest Rex, MTNV Sports. Did you feel like the pace for the Mystics was a little bit different than the last time you all played them in the beginning of the game? And did their pace actually dictate anything for you all, and I know why?
I think the Mystics are very well coached. I mean, they play hard. Uh, they're attacking. Uh, they were very deliberate in what they were trying to get accomplished and who they wanted to attack. I just think they're a really well coached team. And, uh, after a slow start, we had it going for a little bit, but they didn't give out up. They were relentless. And, uh, they were one possession away, one free throw away from putting it into overtime.
It was just 5 days ago, and you beat them by 33. What did you see from your team tonight, knowing that they were going to come back and not be embarrassed like they were the last game?
Yeah. I mean, I was expecting a really close game. This is one of those human nature things where, they're professionals and really good. And, we got the best of them last time. And, uh, they're going to come out motivated and they were ready from the jump ball. And I didn't feel like we were ready from the jump ball. But then we got it going. Um, but, we didn't play as well as we played up there. But when we played up there was one of our best games of the year. And it was probably their worst. And to expect that to happen twice in a row is probably would have been the unusual thing.
Coach, last game against Liberty, you talked about how you want to go and get the win instead of trying to hold on. How do you assess how you guys play tonight as far as holding on or just going to get the win?
Yeah, well, I think, from an offensive standpoint, we still pushed it and we still got good shots, even though we missed some of those shots. Uh, but defensively, we were giving up good shots and second shots. So, it was kind of a flip situation from New York where, our offense was really stagnant in the fourth quarter there. Here, I just didn't think that we defended and rebounded the way we're capable of doing it. And, they start feeling good and once you let a team start scoring and they start feeling good about scoring, uh, I don't know. I mean, we do know why, gets them excited and suddenly their defense picks up the intensity too. As soon as you're starting to feel good, you got a chance to get back in the game. You're willing to put in that extra effort. So we needed to maybe clean up some things defensively and especially rebounding. Uh, just too many second shots, even on free throws. So and they made us pay. I don't know what it was. It was like 19 points on 9 offensive rebounds. So more than 2 points an offensive rebound. I mean, that's when you give up that many second chance points, you're lucky that you're getting a W that day.
Coach, with Jordan, I know when a player's coming back from injury, they're going to have ups and downs. What has it been like kind of coaching her through some of those ups and downs as she tries to work back to a little bit more consistency?
Yeah, we're just, she's still getting used to playing out there and used to playing with everyone, but she does a lot of good things. She made some defensive plays for us, and uh, she's somebody that really can get the ball out in transition. That's why we want to keep pushing the ball. I mean, that I think really plays to her strengths. Uh, you know, Powell gave us a really good first half again, gave us some great minutes in the first half, and be nice to go back and forth, and they just keep pushing it, and one gets tired, the other one gets in, and we can get our transition game going a little bit better.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about your bench. Your bench had 26 points tonight, which I think 21 of that came in the first half. But what did you see out of them that you thought you liked?
Uh, Naz hit a couple threes, and she always plays really hard. Shatori knocked down a big shot for us, and she had a really good set of minutes in the first half. We already talked about Pow Pow. Her first half was really good. And then, I think Nia, in kind of limited minutes, did great with her minutes tonight. They were really trying to pressure on the perimeter, even with their bigs. And Nia just attacked the rim and really got some good shots, going by their posts on the perimeter. And I thought she gave us like a really big lift in her minutes. So that was really good to see.
Coach, you spoke to finishing games, and it sounds like something that I think you mentioned before. Are there any trends that you're seeing from game to game with how you guys are finishing?
No, I mean, I think it's easy to see trends if something happens 2 or 3 times, and then you start to look for it. So anytime it happens, you kind of give yourself some confirmation bias. But I mean, it's been on the other side too. Like in Seattle, we came back from 17 down, so it really is a game to game thing. There's a lot of, runs in basketball, no matter what. But for us, on occasion, sometimes we lose focus on what we're trying to do. And when we do that, we are susceptible to other teams coming back on us. I think that was one of the reasons when we were behind, man, we were locked in to scoring every single possession, and we had to get stops. Sometimes it just takes losing this much of the edge, and it's hard to get the game back. So, uh, I don't think this is something that's unique to us. I think every night in the W, you see a game like this where somebody makes a run to come back late in the game, and that's why everybody loves coming to the games, because they're exciting. But I would have liked to make this game less exciting.
We're going to jump to one on Zoom. Go ahead, Michael.
Relief from Insider. Coach, I am going to look at a trend over the past 2 games, and that is free throw shooting. You guys are 33 of 35 over the past 2 games. How big is that free throw shooting just in close games like this to kind of decide it at the end?
You talked about free throw shooting, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, free throw shooting was excellent today. It's one of those things, like at the end of a close game, you start to look at the free throws, and it's nice when you're on a side where you made 22 out of 24, because that's an above average free throw shooting day, and you literally needed every single one of them today. And so that's a little good fortune that kind of broke our way. I mean, we have really good free throw shooters, but to shoot over 91% as a team at 24 attempts, I mean, that's pretty exceptional. Thank you, guys.